Then
This is the Dodgers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
That is what I am talking about. Welcome to the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Place to hang out when every game is done. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Happy Father's Day. It's been a good day all around. A crazy final round of the U.S. Open. But we're not here to talk golf just yet. Maybe later. Right now, we're going to talk about the Dodgers winning the series against the Giants with a 5-4 win today. And Tanner Scott. Woo! That is some good stuff right there. That's the Tanner Scott that we need to see more often right there. Came in the ninth and finished off the Giants quick, fast, and in a hurry. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Living in the zone. Struck out the first batter on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, up and a little away outside of the zone. Then he blew away Ramos with a rising fastball, which is practically unhittable. And then off the bench, Encarnacion came in as a pinch hitter, and he struck him out on 3 pitches. He had no clue. So Tanner Scott is back, at least for the time being. Dustin May gets the win, goes 6, gives up 3 runs on 6 hits. That'd be a pretty classic example of scattering 6 hits. He's now 4-4. He did walk 4, only struck out 3. Had pretty good luck with the sweeper. Had one bad frame there where he gave up the 3 runs on 2 outs. But other than that, I would say solid outing. Liked what we saw from him. First inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Pajes goes the other way for a sac fly to right to get the Dodgers on the board. So I guess we could say, I don't know, is that the turning point of the game? No. Give me a second. Let's circle back to that.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Dodgers win number 43 to take the series from the Giants and extend their lead in the West to 2 games over San Francisco, who made a big deal today to acquire Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox. They spent most of the time during this game on ESPN talking about that fact. But yes, this team is no joke. They are for real. And I think the Dodgers appreciate the competition. Heard that a little bit yesterday during the broadcast. We've talked about that before, that it's tough for the Dodgers to win these divisions and cruise to victory by 10 or 15 games and have no competition down the end of the season, down the stretch before the playoffs. So having competition from 2 very good competitive teams like the Padres and Giants is not a bad thing. That is what you want from your competition, because you rise to the occasion if you are a good team, a quality organization with good players like the Dodgers are. You want that competition. This series, like the Padres series, felt like it had a little bit more attached to it. It felt like an October type of series. Obviously, the rivalry aspect is always there when it's Dodgers and Giants, but it felt like the Dodgers kind of took their game to a bit of a higher level than what we've seen of late. And that was nice to see. You know, the good competition elevates you to a higher level. So I feel like this series, they just said it. Ravitch said it right at the end of the game, kind of pointing it out about the Giants, saying that they lost the battle, but they may have won the war, feeling more confident about themselves, being able to hang with the Dodgers in this series. Although they lost the series, they by no means were embarrassed. They didn't get pushed around. It was a very tight, close series in just about every game, and nobody cruised to victory, really. The Dodgers had a big one yesterday, but I wouldn't say it was it was 11-5. That was so let me back up. The Dodgers did cruise to victory and hammer the Giants yesterday. So I guess the point being, for the Giants, after that performance, they were able to turn around, rally the troops, turn the page, and show up today and post, even though they lost. So yeah, a good series all in all, and the Dodgers taking 2 of 3, winning the game yesterday 5-2, losing the 5-2. Where'd that come from? 11-5. Oh, they beat the Padres to end that series 5-2. I was looking right at that, and my brain took over. So they beat the Giants yesterday 11-5. They lost the opener 6-2, and today a 5-4 win to take the series. So good stuff all around. Player of the game, as well as the turning point, goes to the one and only Andy Pages, who continues to put up big numbers and hit home runs in clutch spots, go the other way, drive in runs, and just be the man for the Dodgers.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Yeah, that home run from Andy Pages was a really nice piece of hitting. The slider from whoever was on the mound at that point for the Giants, like just 2 or 3 pitches prior to that, was absolutely wicked to strike out Teo. And then he comes up and tries to throw the same pitch to Pages, and it didn't quite have the same action. And Pages reached out, grabbed it. It kind of hung up over the plate and left the yard there for 399 feet. His 13th homer of the season, his 45th RBI, his batting average with RISP 380. So that was good stuff. Nice piece of hitting there from him. And I still am absolutely blown away at what Andy Pages has been able to do since that one weekend against the Pittsburgh Pirates, when he absolutely just turned his entire game around. He turned his entire world around. A guy that didn't like to hit the ball the other way, didn't seem to want to, didn't seem to try to. Now he can hit the ball to any part of the field. He hits in clutch positions. He kind of hits the ball where it is pitched. And that is the mark of a good hitter. And that's what Andy Pages is now for the Dodgers. That entire 5th inning went like this. Ohtani led off with a single. Mookie then singled. Freddie with a fielder's choice. Teo struck out on that gnarly slider. And then Pages hit the 3-run job to left center field into the pavilion to give the Dodgers at that point a 5-3 lead. The Giants would add one on to make it interesting as Kirby Yates got robbed by CB Buckner on a strike 3. Kirby Yates was none too pleased about that. You could see from his reaction, and other guys too, on both sides, in both dugouts today, the intensity was very high. You could see there was a lot riding on this series. Kirby Yates was pissed. He's like, that is strike 3. And Dalton Rushing had to kind of grab him, if you will, and usher him into the dugout after he did get out of that inning. So that was good news. He gave up a pinch hit homer to Daniel right after he struck him out. So Daniel Johnson, rather, had him, in the K zone box. It was right on the line, and he knew it. Everyone knew it except CB Buckner, and maybe even he did, but didn't, what's he going to do? He can't change the call. But he got the next guy pretty easily and got out of it after giving up the home run to Daniel Johnson. But on his way back to the dugout, he let CB Buckner hear it, and Dalton Rushing had to get in between him and Buckner. And Buckner was just kind of like giving him that umpire face. He was like, are you going to keep going down this road? Didn't really matter. Kirby Yates was going to get pulled from the game anyway. If he threw him out of the game, it wouldn't have mattered. But Yates let him hear it for sure. And I still am just always frustrated when strike calls are missed, because there is absolutely no need for it. They're doing it at different levels, lower levels, minor league baseball. They did it in preseason. And I kind of have liked the what we've heard would be the method to the madness of the strike call review. It wouldn't be flat out robot umpire, which I think it should be. We don't need to worry about what a strike or a ball is when we know exactly, because there is a computer that can read it. They do it in tennis. They do it in many other sports. You don't need to worry about the human element of missing balls and strikes. A couple of nights ago, that Friday night game, that guy missed 5 or 6. Fortunately, he was missing them on both sides, but it really affected Yamamoto's outing. And really, there's just no need for it. The umpire can just be up there and call the safe and out calls at home plate. And we don't need to worry about balls and strikes and all of this arguing and all of these missed calls. It's a strike or it's not. We don't need the catchers framing. We don't need any of that stuff. It's in the zone or it's not. Plain and simple. But what they're going to do reportedly is have the ability for the pitcher or the catcher to challenge by tapping their hat. And you even see every now and then a player at the plate who thinks that ball was outside of the zone, not a strike, it was a ball. You see players at the plate tapping their hat, and the umpire gets all pissed off at him and threatens them, saying, "Better stop that, or I'm going to run you." So I know that's not far away. It's got to be right around the corner because there's just too many missed calls that affect games too dramatically. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by Open Phone. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call is potentially money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? This is so funny. That just happened to me. It wasn't a plumber. It was a, what did I call for one of our rental properties? Was it a plumber? No, it wasn't a plumber. It was a repairman, appliance repairman. And I was like, I got all this AI crap. And I was like, as soon as I get an AI person, I hang up. I want a real human being. And this is what Open Phone does for you. If you don't get a real person, you'll move on to the next one. And Open Phone will help you alleviate those problems. You will get real people and help your business be more reliable when people call in. That's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or your computer. Open Phone is offering Locked On Dodgers listeners, Locked On Dodgers postcast listeners, 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's Open Phone. I'll spell it for you. openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. That's Open Phone. No missed calls, no missed numbers. Today's episode also brought to you by Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site made for skilled trade, supplyhouse.com. Whether you're into plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, they have a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 top brands. You'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. And if you need help with an order, Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always get a real person. And for trade pros who need an extra edge, their free Trade Masters program offers exclusive perks like dedicated phone lines, again, with real human beings, and free shipping. Join the Trade Masters program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Use that code SH5 for 5% off your first order. SH5 at supplyhouse.com. Dodgers with a 5-4 win, squeaking one out. Andy Pages, the go-ahead home run. I feel bad that I have glazed over the fact that Tommy Edman went deep today in this win as well. Gave the Dodgers a 2-0 lead as he hit his 10th home run of the season. So that was nice to see. That was a shot to right field. He was all over that one. 400 feet for his 10th home run. Gave the Dodgers a nice little comfortable 2-0 lead there. The Giants would rally with a triple from Lee in the 4th. That was the rough frame for Dustin May. That gave him a 3-2 advantage, but then Pages answered back in the fifth, a 399-footer that scored Ohtani and Betts, who had singled Daniel Johnson, a pinch hit homer in the eighth off of Kirby Yates, which shouldn't have been after a missed strike 3 call, but Yates got out of it, and Tanner Scott came in the ninth to slam the door. Here's another thing that I take away from this game that I feel really good about. Shohei Ohtani, 3 hits, or was it 4? He had a really nice day hitting the ball. 3-4-3, 2 runs scored. Mookie had 1 hit, 1 run. Freddie 1 hit. Maybe he's starting to get back into a groove. Teo was 0 for 3, so his 3-game home run streak comes to an end. Pages, the 4 RBI, and Kike 0 for 4. He started in left field. Miggy 0 for 2. Dalton had a hit, so that was nice. 1 for 3. Tommy Edman, the home run, his only hit of the day. But I feel probably most pleased and encouraged by the fact that Tanner Scott came in and absolutely mowed down the Giants in the 9th inning. I have criticized him for leaving fastballs up in the zone, but today the fastballs up in the zone were in the right spot, in the right situation, and had a ton of heat on them. I mean, he was throwing at 97, 98. I mean, that was some real gas from Tanner Scott right there. And Elishiva Jones says Tanner Scott is a stud. 13th save. Yes, I hope we get more of that version of Tanner Scott as the Padres come to town starting tomorrow. That's going to do it for today's Locked On Dodgers postcast. Don't forget, check out Jeff and Vince later today with their Monday version of the Locked On Dodgers podcast. They come at you Monday through Friday, giving you 30 to 35 minutes, an in-depth look at what is going on in the Dodger universe. And of course, we come on right after the game, instant reaction, 15 to 20 minutes to break it down for you today. A 5-4 win. Right back to work tomorrow. No rest for the weary. Padres in town. First pitch 7:10. It'll be Ben Kasparius starting against Dylan Cease. So they will have their hands full tomorrow, because Dylan Cease obviously is no joke, but Kasparius has been good. Benny Caps, as you guys have started calling him, and I really love that nickname. So thank you for digging that up, whoever came up with that or found it or whatever. Benny Caps versus D Cease tomorrow. First pitch 7:10. I'll be here right afterwards to break it down on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And of course, thanks as always for your comments. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow. And happy Father's Day once again.